What's up, y'all? Ropy here. Welcome back to Freeport Tech Dynasty. We came off an absolutely demoralizing defeat against UTSA. So, two rough games in a row for very different reasons for the Marlins. Looking to get back on track this week against what looks like a very good UTEP team, sitting at 4-2, and it's a road game. But there was a lot of stuff that happened in recruiting behind the board, not behind the scenes, I should say, because we saw at the end of the last episode there were like a couple updates or whatever. But there was one thing that wasn't signaled to us, and that is that Devon Tam, the guard we've been going after all season, we loved him, we really wanted him. Tulane did finally pass us for him, and even if we were to keep going after him, a recruiting battle would potentially trigger, but Tulane would stay ahead of us in that race, and I don't see us winning it. So, unfortunately, we bowed out of the Devon Tam sweepstakes, which really sucked because I was really looking forward to potentially landing him. We would have had two really good guard prospects just off rip. So that would have been nice to have, but didn't happen. So Devon Tam likely going to Tulane now. And another thing is that we fell out of favor with Chester Kafka, the linebacker who we just looked at for playing style, which I really should have looked at the deal breaker that he had, because I hate the playing style deal breaker, especially in recruiting. It makes it almost impossible, because for linebackers it's like tackles or something. So I don't know if that means specifically tackles with linebackers or if that's like team tackles or whatever, but one way or another our playing style dropped to a D+, so we can't go after him. We can't even offer him a scholarship right now at all. So we're kind of in a weird spot with him right now, and I have 80 hours here, and what I'm planning to do with them is I'm going to put 20 into 4 different guys. One of them is Corbin Ostergaard, this linebacker. I went through off screen, went through my pipelines for different positions. So I have him. You may have seen on the offensive guard screen, I added J.D. Cunningham, a guard prospect. I added another tackle prospect, Miguel Esposito, as well. And then I didn't add an edge, but this guy, Jason McCants, has been on our board for, I think, all season, and we just haven't scouted him at all. So I'm going to be going after him. I'm going to scout at least a bunch of these guys and see kind of how they look, just to see if they're going to be worth going after or not. So I guess we'll start with Esposito. Now, the other annoying thing is I don't have the scouting thing for three of the 4 of these guys, because offensive line I don't have it for yet. I don't have it for edge yet, and I do have it, I should say, for linebacker. So we'll look at Ostergaard first, I guess, because we're going to be able to see more from him here. So 63 awareness is solid, 74 strength's a little low, 72 zone coverage is good. Pursuit and hit power looks solid. He's got 2 mental abilities, which is nice. I didn't take note. Kafka doesn't have any abilities, actually, so those are nice to see from him. And 67 play rec is good. We're not going to know speed, obviously. That's something they'll reveal to us last. So he looks solid. So let's take a look now at Jason McCants, the edge rusher from North Richland Hills, Texas. So 86 strength is really good. He is a pure power archetype, so that's not too surprising. 71 power moves is also nice. So competition would be steep for him, though. I mean, if you look at some of these schools that are going after him, A&M, LSU, Purdue, or not going after him, but teams that are in his top 8 already, Ole Miss and Mississippi State down there as well. So the competition could be fierce for him if they all decide to jump in. I was interested in Brazil, but seeing that he now has UTSA, who just killed us, and TCU already ahead on me, it's not worth it for him. So we're going to take a look now at J.D. Cunningham, the well-rounded guard, and see what we can learn. Not much. Pass block finesse is good. I mean, he's well-rounded, so he should kind of be good at most things. His run blocking and pass blocking both look like they should be decently high. Probably not the greatest athlete in the world, but that's okay. He's an interior lineman anyway. The only thing I'd have to worry about is if he was pulling a lot. And we'll put the last 20 into Miguel Esposito here. Does have a mental ability, roller coaster. Pass block power looks good. Run block finesse is not very good, but he is a pass blocker, so he's listed as a right tackle. I might prefer to play him at left tackle, though, if that's what he looks like. Competition for him doesn't look as steep. I did notice J.D. Cunningham has a lot of Power 4 schools on his top 8, so competition could be steep for a lot of these guys. So that's all my hours for the week. I would love to be able to go after Kafka, but if this deal breaker isn't going to improve, then we're just not going to be able to, which really sucks because I was just excited about him at the end of the last episode because I liked what I saw from him, but may not go our way if we can't get that deal breaker up. So I guess maybe the defense just has to have a really good game today. I don't know. We're going to go with a similar look to last week. We're going black pants again, but this time we're going to go with the black helmet. Here come the Miners out of their tunnel. Another road game for us here. And I think the fans are doing a pickaxe sign with their hands, I would have to imagine. And back-to-back road games is rough. The Sun Bowl is a beautiful stadium to play at, though, with the hills surrounding it. It's a beautiful scene, truly. As here come the Marlins, hoping to kind of get back on track again, sitting at, I believe we're, 2-5 on the season. I didn't think bowl game was going to be a thing for us this first season, but I'd like to see us get closer to 500, ideally. Cody Barnes on there. Man, the scenery is beautiful at this stadium with that zoomed out shot there. There was a gap there, and Barnes just kind of hesitated. So it's going to be at about the 25-yard line, our starting point. Levi Chambers, one of our in-back players. Horrible game last week. He's got to be better if we're going to win today. Travis Miller starting in the backfield today. Must be a third down formation for us, as he only gets one. Run game is... I mean, our run game has been as stale as can be the last few weeks. Going to try and fit that to Montgomery. He can't hang on. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Going to try and fit that to Wallace. A beautiful throw from McAllister. Dropped it right over the linebacker, and that's going to be a huge 3rd down conversion. UTEP has some kind of weird defensive formations. I can't really make sense of what they're running. As that's going to be a handoff for Brooks out to the outside, and it's going to be a 1st down. Never mind, they marked him short. 2nd and inches. We're going to try a shot play here because screw it, why not? And nope, we're going to throw it away now. I'm very glad I wasn't called for grounding there. I didn't think I got outside the tackle box. All right, Brooks, if you can't convert this, then I don't really know what to do with you anymore. Oh my gosh, that dude flew through the blocking and did hit him, but fortunately we still got the 1st down. Brooks trying to get the edge, cannot. Number 10 shot through, and it's going to be a loss of 4 on 1st down. Going to try a screen pass to Brooks. The blockers can get out there. This could be really nice. Brooks cuts back inside, fighting, and it's a 1st down. Beautiful job by him. Oh no, Rashad Coleman goes down. That's one of our offensive linemen. Our line's bad enough. We cannot afford any injuries there right now. Gosh dang it. I admittedly don't really know what position Coleman plays. I think he might be our center, but don't quote me on that. As we're going to try a deep shot to Wallace, and the defender made a nice play on it. It's going to be 2nd and 10. That play has worked for us before, didn't there? Muscle cramps will return soon, but Evans is going to have to substitute for him in the meantime. He is our center as well, I see now. I really don't like being behind the sticks because I have no faith in our passing game. So we're going to see if Stokes can maybe get a good gain here off an option. They take the running back almost every time, and he cannot escape the defender. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Dang it. Wait a minute. Malachi Nelson is playing at UTEP? I had no idea that's where he ended up. I am now feeling far worse about our chances of winning this game. I mean, I know he hasn't really been like... His college career has clearly not been what was expected out of him, but I hate seeing a guy with that much raw talent on the opposite sideline. As we're going to try and fit that to Montgomery. Oh, another great throw from McAllister, and that's a huge 3rd down conversion again. McAllister's looking good to start here, which if he could have a huge game, that would go a long way to helping us because of how rough it's been trying to run the ball for us lately. As Brooks fought ahead and did a great job to get 5 off that play. This is weird. The read guy is like all the way on the left side. We're going to hand it to Brooks, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be 3rd and 4. All right, we're going to try a little bit of misdirection here. We're going to bring Hayes around on an orbit motion and see if we can't free up one of our receivers. Didn't look like it worked, unfortunately. McAllister is going to have to scramble. We're going to try throwing it back to Hayes, and the ball falls incomplete. That was going to be a near impossible throw for McAllister to try and make. I hate being on the hash. I think I miss these way more than I make them, so we'll see if I can maybe get lucky and knock this one through the uprights here. Kick is up, and it's off the upright. No good. Sullivan missed the kick. I missed the kick because I can never get the read right on those stupid short ones. And it's been a problem for me since the last game as well, since College Football 25. It hasn't gotten any better. And we come up empty despite a great drive from the offense, and that is extremely frustrating. Malachi Nelson on the field now for UTEP, leading the charge of their offense, as that is going to be, that should have been a loss of yards, but the guy could not get him down. Instead, the running back manages 3. A little underneath route. Briggs completely missed on that one. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and short for the Miners. We're going to bring the heat. Wyatt Foster is there. TFL, loss of 3. Had to have it. And Wyatt Foster, another one of our bigger names on the defensive side of the ball, makes the huge play, and UTEP will be punting the ball. Let's see if maybe we can get a good return here from Chambers. He hasn't had any like incredible returns in that he hasn't taken one for a touchdown, but he's been pretty dependable. This one gets to about the 40, so that's not too bad. I cannot make sense of what their defense is running here. They have two guys like on top of each other at the 45-yard line. I don't know what this defense is. It's throwing me off a little bit. Doesn't matter. Brooks gets to the outside. Can he go further? No, he cannot. And that's going to be out at about the 36-yard line and bring an end to the first quarter. The offense seems to be clicking, but we still have no points on the board. Ah, didn't go anywhere. There was a hole there, and the D lineman got off the block. Oh, pass rush got in there so fast. I should have flipped that out because there was Lawson, the fullback, was open, and I just took too long to get it to him. 3rd and forever. Gosh dang it. Things have been going so well for us offensively, and unless we manage to convert this somehow, we're going to be coming up empty on 2 drives. We're just going to chuck one up to Dalton. It's going to fall incomplete. Katie Johnson injured on the play. I'm not 100% sure who that is. And it's going to bring up 4th and 17, and we're going to have to punt it back again because I'm not going for it, even though we're on their 42-yard line. Oh, this could be a really good punt from Preston out at the 2-yard line. What a punt. Always love seeing the punter come up big for a team. It's great to see, as I'm going to have to assume they're going to try and run this. And he's down, and it's a safety. Sacked by Nehemiah King. Exploded off the edge, and Nelson, it looked like they tried to run an RPO, and it just took way too long to develop. King got in there before he could even pull it properly. Oh, and Burke was right in there too. Man, we destroyed that play. Holy crap. Well, I didn't expect us to ever be up 2-0, but here we are. If the offense could get a touchdown here, we could be up 2 scores already. As that's a nice run from Brooks. He just was a little slow on that last cut. He may have had a touchdown. It's a little frustrating, but a nice run for him. Finally getting something going. Stokes keeps it again, cuts it up the middle, tries to cut it back to the left, but he's met by a number of defenders, but it's another big gain. All right, you know what? We're going to try a little RPO action ourselves. Problem is the RPO bubbles always make me a little bit nervous, but we're going to be able to hit Montgomery here. Does put a very slow juke move on the defender and gets 3. Travis Miller on the field again. Let's see if he can maybe get it going as well, as that's another nice run, and that's another first down as well. RPO swing pass again. Let's see if maybe Taylor's going to get open. Looks pretty good out there, and that's going to be another nice gain for the Marlins. A nice gain of 6. A little RPO action. Tanner Brooks, stiff arm, and that's going to be a touchdown. Tanner Brooks broke the tackle. A little RPO flip out to the flat. He made the defender miss with the stiff arm. And what a player Tanner Brooks has been. He's our 2nd string tight end, but he has made a number of plays in this series already. And just like that, we're going to be maybe up 9 if the extra point goes through. The extra point does go through, and it's going to be a 2-possession lead for the Marlins here with 3 minutes left in the first half. UTEP got to feel a little demoralized giving up a safety and then a touchdown. We'll see if the offense has an answer. Nelson keeps it. What a move by the quarterback. And Levi Chambers makes the tackle after he missed 2 in the last game early on. It's nice to see him make one there because that was a huge tackle. He was the only guy back. That was going to be a bigger gain if he missed it. Another option keeper for Nelson. This time it doesn't go anywhere. A number of guys stack up, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 here. It's another option, it looked like, and that one's not going to go anywhere. Jason Nolan gets the TFL, stopping the running back in the backfield. We just came out of the 2-minute timeout as well. I forgot to say anything about it. So we'll be getting the ball back with, looks like just under a minute and a half left. And then we have all 3 timeouts, though, so we could potentially do something. UTEP will start with the ball in the second half, so having a big drive here to get some points would go quite a long ways. We're going to try a deep shot to Hayes. Does he have a step? He does not, and that is going to fall incomplete. That probably should have been intercepted. It looked like McAllister overthrew him by a bit. Play action sweep, and the pass rush got in there ridiculously early, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 20. We would probably be smart to let the clock run here. The stadium is rocking here for this 3rd and 20. My remote's vibrating, the routes are squiggly, and we're just going to chuck up a prayer. We're going to take as much time off in case we don't get anywhere with this, which we probably won't. We're just going to throw it up to Dalton. He's our jump ball specialist, and he can't come down with it. So with 19 seconds left, UTEP will be getting the ball back. All right, after the punt return, they're only going to have 10 seconds left, but they do have all 3 timeouts. Not that they're going to have enough time to use all of them. Oh my gosh, that ball actually bounced around and could have potentially been intercepted, but it falls incomplete. 7 seconds left. Oh my gosh, he's wide the crap open. I don't know how that happened, but he's going to run out of time. He actually fought the tackle off to the point where the time ran out on him. Our coverage blew that. I was not in the zone I was supposed to be with Deion Carter. I just dropped him all the way back, and somehow, some way, the coverage just got mixed up or something. He was running free. That could have been a touchdown if I didn't have Carter back there. Thankfully, I did, and because he fought the tackle, he's actually costed his team potentially 3 points. So that was huge. And it's going to be a 9-0 lead for the Marlins at the half. We'll see if we can keep it going. UTEP will start with the ball in the second half, so defense is going to have to be ready again. I can't believe we almost blew that play at the end of the half again defensively. I don't know what's going on. After the Florida Atlantic game, I figured Coach Ropy and the D coordinator would be all over the team about that. As that's a loss of 1, Levi Chambers making his presence felt again. Play action. Oh, I was right in that throwing lane, and I didn't jump for it with Briggs because I just wasn't ready for it, and it's going to be a big game for UTEP. Dang it. RPO screen over to the left, and it's going to be a nice gain of 8 for them on 1st down. Now they're running no huddle. This is new. They haven't done this all day. Another RPO, it looks like. This time they hand it off, and it's not going to go anywhere. Jason Nolan stacks up, and no huddle again for 3rd and 3. Is there going to be another handoff? It is, and this time they're going to get it, and that is a missed tackle by Deion Carter, and it's going to be 1st down. Okay, they're really the no-huddle team now all of a sudden. What happened? I guess this is part of their halftime adjustment. They want to run a little faster, see if they can catch us out of formation a few times or something. Thomas just missed the tackle again, and Deion Carter had to save the play, but that's another 1st down. Finally, they go into huddle. Oh, I was there and I didn't play it correctly, and that's going to be another big game for UTEP. I don't know what happened, but their offense is just, it looks like 2019 LSU all of a sudden. Just everything's working. They fake the jet sweep and just hand it to the running back, and it's going to be from the 2nd and goal from the 4. Jaheim Bennett injured on the play. That's not good. He's been one of the impact players on our defense in this series. I'd hate to lose him. Another RPO look. That one's broken up. Deion Carter, I believe it was, in covers. Bruised rib will return soon. So DeAndre White will sub in because his re-injury risk is high, and I'm not about to risk it. 3rd and goal. Now the defense standing strong here in a goal-to-go situation. Pass rush didn't get there. That's just thrown up for grabs. Oh my gosh, I thought he caught it off the redirection. I mean, he had it in his hands, it looked like. It falls incomplete, and they're going to go for it on 4th. I forgot to shout him out when it happened, but Micah Brewer, the one in coverage there, breaking it up. Very nice play by him, but it won't matter if we don't stop him here. And it's dropped by the receiver. I believe that's actually the running back, number 14. Must not be much of a receiving back. He was short of the goal line, so I don't think it was a guarantee he was getting in. But brutal, brutal drop there, and we're going to take over. Gosh, I almost ran out of play clock there. For some reason, it seemed like I didn't have enough time there to call a play. But we are able to get 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2. Going RPO again here. We'll see. I'm going to flip it to Brooks again, and he's going to be open again. Wallace didn't block that defender, but did block another one, and that's another big gain off that play for Tanner Brooks, who has had a very nice game with his 2 catches. Jalen Brooks now doesn't get anywhere. They were ready for him that time, but look at his stat line at the bottom there. 10 rushes for 60 is very nice for him after the few rough performances he's had. Oh gosh, that pass rush. I gotta quit calling that play, or plays like that, because they just aren't working. UTEP's pass rush is getting in there. It's 3 sacks for them already. And it's gonna be 3rd and 18 now. Oh no. Oh, thank God that fell incomplete. I did not need a goofy pick 6 to a big man happening there. But it is going to be a 4th down forced by UTEP's defense. Really disappointing. We couldn't make that turnover on downs. Hurt, but at least we're going to force them to start their drive much further back at about their own 38. Going to be a handoff up the middle. He still isn't down, and he kind of bounced around and managed 4 when he was stuffed. That's disappointing. And it's a sweep, and there's no one out there. Can Foster save it? He can't. And Keyshawn Thomas ends up having to come up and make the play. Dang it, man. It's another handoff here. And I missed the tackle with Briggs again. Gosh dang it. It has been rough out here. I don't know. Some of these players are tough to bring down, I guess. I feel like I'm in good position, and they just get around me. Over the middle, incomplete. That should have probably been completed, but Nelson just kind of missed him. It was a low throw. 3rd and 2. Can we get the stop here? Looks like another RPO look, and the receiver is open on the outside. A number of guys do eventually bring him down, but that's another 3rd down conversion for the Miners. What a wild top 4. Penn State 1, BYU 2, Miami 3, Texas A&M 4. Gosh dang. Start of the 4th quarter now. UTEP getting some momentum once again on this drive. He's going to try and find it over the right. He's caught it. He caught that. I thought Levi Chambers had the pick, but no, it's caught by the tight end. And that's a touchdown for UTEP. Oh my gosh, I thought that was at least broken up, if not intercepted. I mean, did Chambers not get his hands on this? Oh my gosh, that's insane. The strength from the tight end to hold on to it. And UTEP finds themselves on the board. Oh, I accidentally ran into the kicker with my, yeah, we know it's your bad, dude. You obviously ran into the kicker on that one. That's so stupid. Oh, well, I guess this is just going to be a touchback. Early in the 4th quarter, only up 2 now after that touchdown, and Brooks can't get anywhere on his first carry. Man, Levi Chambers has had a rough stretch of games here. I mean, that's now 3 huge plays he's given up. 2 of them for touchdowns. One of them set up an easy touchdown last week, of course. And it's 3rd and 13 already. Gosh dang, guys, what happened? The run game was working for us in this game, and suddenly it's just not. We can't get anything going with the run game. It's going to be a blitz from UTEP. We're going to try and hit Dalton on the outside, and he dropped it. He threw it over his head backwards for some reason. And it's going to be 4th and 13, and we got to give the red-hot Miners offense the ball back. This game has suddenly kind of flipped in momentum. I mean, we had the momentum early in the game. Our defense was playing great. The offense was clicking. The problem is we just didn't score on some of those early drives, and it's costing us now, because if we had a few touchdowns on the board, we wouldn't even be in this situation. Another RPO. Nelson's going to keep this one. And I tried to hit stick him because I wanted a fumble, and I ended up drilling my own guy. So that's instead a big gain for the Miners, and they're already at our 35. Handoff. And Nolan is there for the stop. Doesn't allow him to get anywhere. Unfortunately, we're only up 2 points thanks to that safety. So if they settle for a field goal here, they'll still have the lead, which would really suck for us. And it's going to be a little easy completion. Only gets 3 yards, though, so it's going to be 3rd and 7. Nelson drops back, looking, wants his tight end, and he's wide open. Someone was supposed to be out there. Whose zone was that? And it's another touchdown for UTEP on that tight end. That was just completely blown coverage. I don't know what happened there. He was wide the crap open out there. I don't think it was my guy, because my guy's zone was like in the middle of the defense. There was an outside zone out there. Who was supposed to be out there? All right, it's getting bad. We got to consult the replay. If I remember correctly, I think it would be this guy. Is this Grant? Yeah, Leon Grant, I think, is him, because Chambers has the deep right zone. So let's pay attention to what Grant does. He's supposed to kind of go over to where Chambers is standing right now on the right. And let's see what he does. All right, he kind of drops into cover. He just followed number 3. He never passed. I didn't call a match zone, which would cause something like this to happen. I didn't call a match zone. And instead, he just followed the receiver. And then, yeah, there was no one left over there to cover the tight end. You can see him on the left side of the screen already. See, I was using 16. That was my kind of general area. And instead, it's just... And Chambers as well went with his... Maybe I did. I didn't call a match zone because I hate when stuff like this happens. But Chambers followed his guy, so he's not even in the deep zone that he's supposed to be, basically kind of at the 5 to 10 yard line. And it was just an easy touchdown for UTEP from there. Gosh dang, guys. Blown coverages all of a sudden are becoming a problem. I mean, our team's bad. Maybe it's because everyone's awareness is low. Maybe that's part of it. And it's just causing them to make these stupid, boneheaded decisions of blowing coverage all the time. Because this has suddenly become a trend. It started with, not really started, but the Florida Atlantic game is one of the biggest examples of it. Now here again. All right, guys, 4 minutes, down 5, got to get a touchdown, and the run game has ceased to exist all of a sudden in this game. Jason only got hurt. When did he get hurt? Did that happen on the kickoff, maybe? Oh, gosh dang it. We can't afford to lose him. He's been a nice player for us. Oh, maybe that has something to do with it. Jalen Brooks, his wear and tear is through the frickin' roof. I guess I haven't been checking it as much as I need to, so we're going to have to sub him out. Because we can't have a running back who's that injured on the field. He's not going to be able to do anything. So I guess that will put who? Taylor? Yeah, Marquise Taylor will be taking over in the backfield with Travis Miller backing him up. Oh, late over the middle, and Marquise Taylor got in the way? Oh, no, I was getting hit. Okay, I thought I hit the running back with the throw somehow, but no, I see that I was actually getting sacked at the moment. Dang it, man. That was going to be a huge play for Hayes. Unfortunately, I don't really have like a go-to play in these long yardage situations, especially ones where we got to have it like this. We're going to try and fit that into Wallace, and he does make the catch, gets the foot down and everything. Great catch by Wallace and a great throw by McAllister to get it to him, and we are back in business. First down. Gonna try to flip out to Miller. Good blocking. Travis Miller down the sideline, past midfield, and out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. A huge play off the RPO swing pass. I really like that play, especially if the blocking lines up. That's a dangerous play. Ooh, Taylor with a nice cutback, and Taylor with a first down. We are in business now, down at about the 27. Taylor again, gets to the outside, cuts back inside. Marquise Taylor down at the 11. Another huge run. All right, let the clock run to the 2-minute timeout. 1st and 10 from the 11. We could technically get a first down, but I think this is essentially a 1st and goal situation. We got to score here. Oh, the blocking didn't hold up that time, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. I really haven't used Stokes much in this game at all. Kind of just been, the running backs have kind of been grooving, specifically Jalen Brooks, so I haven't really thought to. But we're going to try an option run here. They stay home on the running back. The blocking kind of held up there. Oh, Stokes, why'd you stop, dude? There was a lane up there, and I don't know if I tried to cut too hard, but it's going to be 3rd and 9 now. 3rd and 9, down 5. Can't settle for the field goal. We have to get a touchdown here, and see if someone can get open here. I like Taylor over the middle, but the pass rush was too strong, and it's going to bring up 4th and 9. This is basically 4th and goal. I'm not going to try and like get the first down. We got to get a touchdown here. They're bringing the heat. Tried to get it to Wallace, and the hit came too early, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Dang it, man. Obviously, we just got to send the house every play and call timeouts. No one wrapped up. No one wrapped up. That should have been a gain of 0, and it was a gain of 7. No one wrapped up on the play. 1 first down will win it, so it makes it even more frustrating, and that's going to be the game. Malachi Nelson runs for the first down, and it's going to be a QB kneel for the Miners, and that is going to be the ball game. It's so frustrating, man. This is a game, it was a very winnable game. That UTEP, despite their record, is not a very good team. We held them to 14 points. And all 14 of those points came in the 4th quarter as well, off of a play where Levi Chambers had his hands on the ball but didn't break it up somehow. And then another one where the tight end got wide open because not one but 2 of our defensive players blew coverage. And that was it. That was how they scored their 14 points. And we only had 9 to show for it. The offense was great early in the game until it wasn't. And then it was just a struggle again all of a sudden, just like the offense has been most of the year. I mean, obviously our team isn't good, our players aren't very good, but gosh dang, can we not like get more than one touchdown drive a game going? I mean, it's ridiculous. At least we forced some incompletions. Malachi Nelson was 11 for 16, a much more human stat line as opposed to, was it Owen McCown last week? So, ugh, bad. McAllister, brutal, 9 for 21, 137, 42% completions, 1 touchdown. At least he didn't have any interceptions this time. But holy crap, dude. 9 for 21 is horrible. But that's kind of what we've come to expect, unfortunately. Jalen Brooks was great until his wear and tear got to him. I'm wondering if that also coincided with when he started kind of he wasn't as effective. I'm wondering if his wear and tear was kicking in, maybe. Could have been something like that. Marquise Taylor did well, especially on that final drive. He was awesome filling in for Brooks, so that was good to see. Travis Miller, 2 for 11, not super involved, but did do okay. And then Kentrell Stokes, 3 for 11, and McAllister sacked 3 times for a loss of 25 total. Absolutely ridiculous. Tanner Brooks had our 1 touchdown, had 2 catches for 30. He was, I think they were both on basically the same play too, just a little RPO read to the flat, and it was nice. Brooks has been very good for us this year. Travis Miller also had 1 nice play for 29 yards on a little swing route. Shane Wallace 2 for 28, so both tight ends kind of got involved. But look at Montgomery 2 for 28, Jalen Brooks 1 for 60, Marquis Taylor 1 for 6. But look at this, look at these stats. I mean, the passing game just isn't happening right now. And when our run game was really good early, and that's how we were stringing drives together finally. But if you can't actually like punch it in for touchdowns, it doesn't matter. Because we were left in a situation where all of a sudden, oh shoot, it's 9-7 because we didn't score at all when our offense was actually working. Now our offense isn't working, and we gotta try and put a drive together. And then the O-line, of course, failed us on that 4th down. Tyquan Reed had 5 pancakes, which is crazy, but he did give up a sack as well. And then Malik Evans gave up a sack. He, of course, filled in for Rashad Coleman, something like that. Our center who got injured earlier in the game. Defensively, I actually don't know what to expect from this screen. Jace Nolan, 10 tackles, 9 assists, and only 1 solo, but still was flying around the field. Micah Brewer had 7 as well, and Levi Chambers, Deion Carter each had 6 apiece. Jace Nolan with 3 TFLs, Wyatt Foster with 2, nice to see that, and then Levi Chambers, Nehemiah King, Zaylon Harris, Leon Grant with 1 apiece. We only had 1 sack, and it was Nehemiah King getting the safety on one of UTEP's early drives, which was awesome, or not super early because I think it was in the 2nd quarter, but still nice to see him. It's a name we haven't called very much in the last couple weeks, I feel like, but it's a nice performance by him to come out and get that sack on that play. Very encouraging, but only having 1 sack is a little disappointing. Granted, their offense was a lot of RPO, so the quarterback doesn't have the ball for longer than like a second and a half, so it just isn't going to happen, unfortunately, most of the time. Levi Chambers, though, again, I mean, dude, you gotta make the plays, man. That's now 2 weeks in a row. I wouldn't say his performance this week was as brutal as the one last week, but, you know, similar caliber. It wasn't good. He gave up a touchdown still, and maybe a second one by not staying in his coverage zone. So, yeah, another rough showing. It sucks because he's been a good player for us. He's our #1 player on our defense, and it just hasn't been good for him. Really disappointing from him, but I don't have a whole lot to complain about with the defense on the whole, because at least this week we didn't give up 42 points. We only gave up 14. I'm much more annoyed with the offense this week because when we had it going, we couldn't convert, which is partially my fault because I missed the field goal on the first drive. But then we didn't have it going, and then couldn't punch it in when we needed to on that last drive. So super disappointing. We did do enough to get a coaching upgrade, so that's pretty huge. I know exactly what I'm putting it into. Road troubles. The Marlins can't get the win away from home, falling 14-9 to UTEP. The road games have been rough on us, but then again, we did also beat Navy on the road, so I think it's just every game has been rough on us, unfortunately. But this one was really, really frustrating. To only put up 9 points against the UTEP team that wasn't very good, despite their record, that was another level of frustrating for sure. We did get the coaching upgrade, so let me go do that real quick. I know for sure what I'm putting them into. We're going to take a look at the advanced scouting, and we're going to do offensive line, and we're going to do defensive line because those are the guys that I'm going after at the moment, and those are the ones that we will be trying to kind of scout here. So those guys that I looked at early in the episode, we'll finish scouting them next week for sure, now that we got that boost for scouting those position groups. All right, let's sim on ahead and see if we can get some good news to end the episode. We do get a commitment, and it's Paul Freeney, the 3-star gem strong safety from College Station, Texas. He wants to be a Marlin. That makes it 3 commitments, I believe, for us so far. And the fact that he's a gem has me particularly excited about him. I imagine he will come in and play almost immediately. I don't know what Dion Carter's class is. I don't know if he's a senior or not, but I have to imagine he's a guy that will find the field early, as is the case with most of our recruits, to be honest. What else we got? Ben Maggio has reached his top 3. Looks like we're still the only one going after him. Not really going after those 2 guys. Devon Tam did commit to Tulane, so that makes it official. It was going to happen. We bowed out of the race, but still frustrating we couldn't bring him in because he was one of the better recruits, I think, that we were going after. Oh boy, we've got 7-1 Memphis coming to town next week. Oh gosh, at least we get him at home, but that's going to be a tough matchup, no doubt. So I'm not excited about that. And they're 3-1. Oh, gosh, dang it. All right, well, maybe we'll surprise them. Maybe we'll shock the world. We'll beat 7-1 Memphis at home. You never know what'll happen, especially for a home game. But I wouldn't exactly consider myself optimistic. So we'll have some recruiting points to play with as well. So we'll probably do some scouting, offer some scholarships, maybe kind of go in on a few guys if we find some guys we really like. But that's going to be for next week. That's it for this week, obviously. Another frustrating win, this one, just because it was close and just the offense couldn't convert points early and couldn't get anything going late. So super frustrating game is what it is. On to the next one. This first season we knew was going to be rough, and it is proving to be exactly that. So maybe we can pull off a stunner next week. But thank you all for joining me again this week. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all in my next episode. Later, y'all.